Hello, friends. Good morning. I hope all of you are fine. I had planned to recite this poem on Father's Day, but got caught up in so many things. But then, every day is Father's Day. So here's my poem, which is now part of my forthcoming book, Runcible Spoons and Pea Green Boats. And it's a poem which is very, very close to my heart. And the poem is called It's a Girl. It's a Girl. It's a girl, shouted the nurse, peeping from the door of the bedroom. In helter-skelter haste ran the brother and sister duo, faces abloom. Now they stood next to the bed, their small faces lined in immense dread. A tiny bundle lay next to their mother, hardly breathing. Was the child dead? Their father stood rooted to the spot, in thought deep, while the exhausted mother lay on the bed in deep sleep. An old neighborhood hag hobbled into the house, face wreathed in a scowl. Up to the bed she tottered. On seeing the tiny bundle, her mood turned foul. What, another daughter? And she's such an ugly duckling. Do not worry. She'll not live. She delivered this verdict, almost chuckling. And look at her complexion. She's dark as sin, this girl. On hearing these words, with distaste utter, the father's lips did curl. Sin has no color, black or white. Sin is sin. For me, you are the sin. Now don't you dare create a din. Who has given you the right to say such things about my daughter? In giant steps too, he rushed up to her and by her sari pallu caught her. You were also born a girl. Did your parents pray that you should die? The gates are open. Out you go. Out you go. Never dare to come back. Goodbye. Then he scooped the bundle in his arms, on her forehead planting a kiss. The kiss, following the venomous hiss, filled the small room with utter bliss. No, this first kiss did not definitely change the ugly duckling into a swan, but in the light of a bright new dawn, a girl child was miraculously reborn. With this kiss of life sublime was created a beautiful love rhyme. A dying girl was rejuvenated and a family of 4 incredibly elated. Outside the room, the loving sun rapturously kissed the sleeping earth. The birds chirped and the trees rustled, applauding this magical rebirth. My dad told me years later, while on his lap I happily rocked, how he had scolded the old woman and how she had balked. With that first loving kiss, a successful snoo he had cocked at all those haters who the birth of another girl had thus mocked. While the old woman had quaked with indignant tremors wild, my father's kiss had infused life into an almost dead girl child. My child, how could I hear anyone calling you an ugly duckling? You are such a charming young lady, he had remarked, chuckling. And did I tell you? You look like a naughty magpie robin. Certainly not an ugly duckling, he had added with an impish grin. Thank you so much, friends. This poem was originally published in Destiny Poets in October 2014 and later in Umbilical Chords. And now this is part of my forthcoming book, Runcible Spoons and Pea Green Boats. Thank you so much for listening.